Okay, there we go. That might actually get rid of the horrendous echo that was undoubtedly coming right there. So, today we are picking up with the Ur'Quan Masters, also known as Star Control 2 originally for people who are of an era to remember it, and also conveniently of a resolution that doesn't really work all that well. But hey, since I can't seem to be able to capture the foreground windows properly anymore, this is what you got. So let's jump in and start a new game. And for all this is now freely available and open source and whatever, it's still very much of an era, so everybody... yeah, from 1992. So just be aware it is somewhat dated, but one of the sort of classic games of the era. And again, for 1992, because this, I don't believe, has changed a huge amount from what it was originally. So for 1992, it's a really good game, actually. And incredibly difficult. I've never gotten far on it, so expect death, I guess. And then maybe we switch to Overwatch and I fail at that for a while. And, you know, as with every futuristic game, particularly of this era, you have to have some precursors. So a lot of this, as far as I'm aware at least, is kind of filling you in from Star Control 1 to just to let you know where we're starting as the Ur'Quan come and take over and nobody's coming to save you. So, investigating underground cities. I'm not sure what that part's all about, really, because I've at least never really found much use for, or any ability even, to go underground. It's kind of like interesting backstory. Okay. So, we have a mostly dead ship and we need to go to Earth. So yeah, there's lots of sort of space combat bits in this. So that's our weird skeleton ship, which you can see has some fuel. Hey, look, we're approaching a star, Sol. So if we're supposed to get to Earth, if I can ever control this ship, that should be us. Hey, look, something's heading towards us.
reason. Our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Ur'Quan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur'Quan. Disobedience will be punished.
So, we'd unbroke some rules already. All we were doing was doing what the game told us to do, and apparently that makes us be rule breakers. Actually see things. So, I don't know about anyone else, but my plan is leave. I don't really want to be sticking around when the big bads arrive. Let's just scoot off over this way. And it's at this point that I have to admit that I really have no idea what I'm doing. At all. There is a... Oh, okay. I think this means a fight. Let's talk.
Remote probe programmed to replicate. Record data. Contact alien species. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
Well, that sounds quite hostile for someone who's coming in peace. So let's... Thing is, they seem to be able to move significantly faster than I. Yeah, I don't know if there's a fast way to turn, but yeah, it doesn't seem like you can... Okay, there is no such thing as an autosave. So, the question then becomes, how... It's like on this screen, even on this screen, you turn really slowly. There's no brakes. So... I don't know. We'll work it out, I guess. Run away from the drone. We don't really need to listen to all of that again. So let's see if we can actually get somewhere this time. Oh, I was nearly there. I have no idea what cyborg is. Was honestly hoping that would give us a...
This is Pro 2418-B. We are on a peaceful mission of exploration. Priority override. New behavior dictated.
Okay.
Break target into component materials.
So basically, it doesn't matter what you say. Well, that was interesting. What on earth happened there? Okay, I mean, I'll take it. That was... Was that... Whatever... Did I leave Cyborg on? Oh, I see. I thought I'd turned Cyborg off. Until I work it out, I'm just going to leave that Starborg, apparently. Starborg's a word, right? I'm going to leave that Cyborg on. Because it seems to combat better. So, let's have a quick drift in and... This is one of the other things you get to do with this, is you get to scan planets and do stuff. So, there's only materials. Which means that you get to deploy a little... Ooh. This thing is hot. So yeah, it's... Some planets are really, really dangerous. Ow. Oops. That wasn't good. Okay, and now I have no... I have no pro. So, all in all, this game is still not going well. If I'm honest. Let's have a look at the star map. Alpha Wolf. Let's autopilot a wolf. Because that's another thing that this game had, which, again, for 1992 is really good. It's actually got, like, a workable autopilot. First of all, going to take us out of the system. We'll get attacked. Apparently.
We bring greetings from a friendly species. This is Pro 2418-B. We seek to make friendly contact with alien life forms. Priority override.
Yep.
Behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
Yeah, okay. So all in all, still not doing very well at this. But, yeah, it's a really hard game, honestly. Also, I want to turn that cyborg back on. Because that seemed strong. And might be the only way we have to win fights at the moment. Look, there are some moons. Okay. Let's see if this moon is any safer than... Oops. And you can see when the little droney thing gets hit, you lose some crew. But I assume it's another great way of losing the game. Is, you know, you have no crew left. Okay. But, you know, as long as we're here, let's actually try and collect some stuff. Because, I don't know, it might be useful. Maybe we can sell some things and... This is disturbing. This planet looks almost safe. Well, this moon, actually, I guess it's not a planet, it's one of Jupiter's. I love some of these slightly sort of bizarre sound effects in this game. It's almost comically bad. Okay, looks like another moon cleared. I mean, so we've got some money, technically. Or the ability to make some money if we can find somebody who will buy materials from us. This planet has nothing. Moon, it's not a planet. I mean, this one's really, really cold. Cyanoacetylene. I don't think that's a thing. Hey. Now let's check the big one itself and see if that's got anything. Can't. I mean, that makes sense at least. It's, you know, a gassy thing. Can't really land a ground vehicle on it. I have to say, I'm not even sure which planet this one thinks it is, but it also tells you. Oddly enough, there is nothing on Neptune. Although if we could do Neptune, I don't know why it wouldn't hit Jupiter. Oh well. Actually, I'm actually vaguely curious as to what happens if you stay long enough for the Ur'Quan to come back when you Earth. Might try something radical and, like, save the game. Just try it to find out. Maybe trick the Ur'Quan into believing that I'm going to do what they want. No, no, no. Go that way, please. Over this way.
Attention.
Yeah, we've been here.
No.
Moon. Ooh, the moon has minerals. And energies. And biologicals. How exciting. I mean, that's honestly unreadable. So, we have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. The installation must have been abandoned many years ago, but great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning, fusion generators are at full output, and robotic construction vehicles have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, we have found the installation is hyperwave locked in transmit mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording, although we cannot translate the message. Our Xenotech Ensign Rigby believes the message is some kind of alert or mayday broadcast. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it aboard immediately. Oh. So that was a bonus. Oh, the green things are the robots. Right. Up the random piles of moon dust. But I'm assuming the materials there represent. Try go to this station.
Attention unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat, are you the resupply vessel? Well, it's about damn time. In the Fieldy agreement, the Ur'Quan promised that this station would be resupplied at least every 5 years, and it's been over 8 since we saw you. If you had arrived a few weeks later, there wouldn't be anyone alive on this station. Never mind, just begin your transfer of materials immediately, starting with the radioactives. I'm sorry, Captain, your message was garbled. Our receivers have very little power. I couldn't quite make it out, Captain. Could you please repeat? We're initiating transfer of radioactive,
Okay.
Captain. Now, as soon
We
as
can't get
engineers
anything.
can refit the energy cores, there, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel.
Rather you didn't.
What kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain? Star Control science mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it. You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela star system, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us? Fight the Ur'Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Ur'Quan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur'Quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur'Quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer. I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
That was quite cute. They actually put the effort in to do like a broken signal.
Breath of the Dark Twin Kazan, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Ur'Quan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human.
Be honest, I wish this thing wasn't a spider.
Animals, weak and helpless, but here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Ur'Quan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses. Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are a pitiful, easily killed species. And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazan, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed the Jiglas constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Ur'Quan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now, you die!
Hey. Well, that was quick.
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur'Quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain? A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work.
I somehow think that one ship's not taking on the Ur'Quan.
This new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be? Very well, from this day forward, we're the Concordance of Alien Nations. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
Okay.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our...
Happy 2 weeks, everyone.
As you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a bad job, Captain. Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know? We can modify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
Okay, you don't tell me anything useful.
Our engineers and precursor specialists agree with the scientists from your world that your starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured for different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, attitude jets, which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly,
Those, please.
pods, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members, storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources, fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel, dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire.
So
And
those.
last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots, spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly left and right, and when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backwards.
Okay.
This base is designed to serve as hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources.
Hey.
As you know, Captain, we've committed the entire output of this station to building your flagship and your battle fleet into the strongest force possible. However, our resources are very limited, and we feel you must decide how we are to spend our effort and materials. To aid you in making these decisions, we have implemented a resource allocation scheme. We provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources and ascribe a cost to each task we can perform and each device we can build. It's up to you to decide how you're going to spend your resource units, or RU as we call them. To acquire more RU, you must bring resources back to the starbase. These resources can be either in the form of mineral ores gathered from planet surfaces or already refined metals and other valuable materials from the wreckage of enemy starships.
Ooh. Okay.
Our shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitting a handful of Starbase personnel to do the same job as 500 vac-suited construction workers. However, the only designs that we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship designs. Things looked grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Ur'Quan destroyed every Earthling cruiser in the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a Starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyard. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction databases. But she secretly made copies of the blueprint discs and then kept them with her ever since.
Shocker.
These discs contain all the data we need to build as many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, can supply the large amounts of mineral resources required to build those vessels. In theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had designs for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without
Quincy.
native starship captains at the helm.
And welcome to games that were probably around before you. Yeah, part of that is I've not been... I've only recently started streaming again. I hit a rough patch for a while, so I took a break from it.
Fine. Is there anything else you need? Return soon, Captain.
Actually, like you to... Oh, okay, it takes you to a special menu. Outfit Starship? Okay. Module. Yeah, how have you been anyway? Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. Well done. I think most of what I need at the moment is, like, designers. Also, at some point, I just need to get around to sorting out my API key again, because it expired in, like, the 2 months I took off.
Yes, Captain? Goodbye, Captain.
Okay, are you... Oh, wait, what? Okay, that's how we crew. Oh, I see. It's 3 credits per crew member. Haha. I have infinity crew. The API key is the thing that lets you connect like other services and extensions and things to your Twitch account. So the Streambot, for example, needs my... actually, that's not the API key. That's... I can't remember what they call it, but... Anyway, yeah, I got one a while ago and it expired and I need to set up a new... I just forgot to do it before my stream and I haven't been bothered since. Yeah, here. Might become more obvious. In a couple of weeks, I'm hoping to do like a coder stream. There's a couple of projects that I want to work on when I have some time off from my actual job. So it might come up then. Oh, wow. Okay. Venus is painful. Don't go to Venus, kid. Well, I'm hoping to be streaming more again now. It may only be like an hour or so a night for a while I kind of get myself back into it a little bit and sort of deal with personal crap. But yeah, hoping to get more into it. I did enjoy it. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Also, if you ever come across like really old games that no one's ever really heard of anymore and you think should be known about, then yeah, give me a shout and I can add them to the list. There's actually Ur'Quan Masters that I'm playing tonight is one that came off a suggestion from a stream I did last week. So that was from my Cultist Simulator stream, actually. Ooh. Stop burning me. No. Oh. So yeah, Mercury is a really hot planet. Less stormy than Venus, though, which is good. Because I'm really rough today, and yeah, didn't feel like it. On a day where I've got more energy when I get home from work to actually like look all right, then it'll probably come back on. But yeah, no. It's been an interesting time, but I think I'm through the worst of it, so like I say, hopefully getting back into this again, actually start showing people more old games that are worth the time. I'm going to be playing back through Warwind again as well, because I don't have recordings for it. So I'm probably not going to do Ur'Quan Masters again tomorrow, because it's honestly really hard. Oh, we can turn faster now, though. That's always good. I might even think about turning off cyborg combat. I mean, I think this is the third play of Ur'Quan Masters this stream. Just because it's killed me too many times. Although, I will admit, I was not expecting the answer to be, do what the drone said.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Good work, Captain. Blow up an Ur'Quan for me, Captain.
Should let me do, if I'm correct, is another cruiser. Okay, almost like that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's getting almost like I'm accomplishing something. I'm not sure I know that one. Was it a precursor to the Incredible Machine? Because all the pictures I've seen on it look like it's the Incredible Machine. Okay. Yeah, so I may not be able to do Sid now. So I was just looking it up. The Incredible Machine is slightly different. So where Sid Nal is like the sort of cartoon thing, the Incredible Machine is a laboratory. But you do have like a few characters. So there's like a dog and a cat and a mouse and Toolbox Tim, I think the human is called. And it looks like the same sort of thing if you have to assemble some sort of strange contraption to complete a level. They did in fact release a modern version of it a year or two ago called... let me have a look at my Steam library. Not by name, that would be... Contraption Maker. That was it. Yeah. I will have a look once I'm done streaming today. I will see if I've still got the DOSBox version. If I don't, it might be Contraption Maker, which is a newer Steam version, but fundamentally the same game. I can't remember if I even saved this. But yeah, if you wanted to have a look for it anyway, it's called The Incredible Machine. Okay. So since we're surviving more now as well, we can actually explore the universe a little bit and see what's around. Ooh. Quite a lot of stuff here. Although... Oh, is this the one that's really on fire? Yeah. Let's try and go to a slightly safer. Yes. Also on my list of old games is it's a game that's called Ascendancy, which is a very old turn-based strategy game, which I at least still think is one of the best turn-based strategies I've ever played. Also, interestingly, it looks like you get attacked a lot less in this if you go through the whole business with the Earth Station before you try and explore. We definitely need to build soon. That's fair. They're absolutely not for everyone. Yeah. But yeah, I just try and give some time, you know, to a lot of games that I think are worth it. If they're a style you like, then I feel you should absolutely have a look and see. Some of them, sure, like, you won't like everything, and that's fine. Part of me really wants to see if I can find some more aliens. That seems like it. Stop having earthquakes. Yeah, so I've been going for a little while on this one now anyway. So I might be calling this stream there in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to finish going through this system, see what's around, and we'll call it there for tonight and move on to something else tomorrow. So if you're around tomorrow night, I might see if I can dig out my copy of The Incredible Machine, because that's always fun. Generally, just keep an eye on my Twitter feed, because I will post there if I'm going to start streaming and what I'm planning on streaming. So if you want to keep up, that is a good place to do it. And that looks like that planet is done. So with that, I'm going to call that one there. Well, that's no fun. I'll have to see. So, if you're doing Twitch stuff now, do you know where the old activity feed on the dashboard has gone? Because it seems to have disappeared. Quickly. Thank you. I will keep having a look anyway. So there used to be... Let me... No. That can stop making noise. Silly Chrome. If I bring this window over. So, up... Get that window. So there used to be up here, like another panel that let you post stuff to your stream, and also it would simultaneously publish to Twitter, which I used to use quite a lot, but it seems to have disappeared. Anyway. What I will just briefly do. I honestly can't remember what it was called. It just let you type things in and post them. As just a brief taster, let me stop the recording.